finally this hour, as teenagers across the country opened their long-awaited GCSE exam results yesterday, 6-year-old Alexia joined in. This is the moment that she became the youngest successful GCSE maths candidate for 2017. The exam's normally taken by secondary school pupils around the age of 16. This is the latest record set by Alexia's tutor, Professor Chris Imafidon, who has guided many a young child through their difficult equations. Well, earlier he was here in the studio with some of his child prodigies.
I was very proud of myself, and I was also proud of my brothers, and we didn't actually find the test that difficult since we find it as a game instead of a pressurized type of exam.
So tell me about that, Joshua. Jade says it's a game. Do you agree with her? What are evenings like in your house when you're all studying together?
Yeah, well, we all find it as a game in our house because normally most children think of maths as a hard, difficult subject, but at my house we play games to involve it with maths, which will help us understand maths more easier.
And what about you, Francis? Because you are these three are all siblings, but you come from a different household. How did you first realise that you were really good at maths?
So with the help of EIE, they told me that Manga High was a website which makes maths games, and so then I went to the website, and then there's a bunch of games about maths, and then when I played the games, I started to understand them as I played them over and over again.
And James, how do you feel when you're doing maths?
When I do maths, I feel confident because I think of maths as a game, so it isn't that hard to go through.
Professor Imafidon, why do they always think of maths as a game? What's your secret?
There's a part of the brain that tells you problems are to be avoided rather than solved. But in the standard maths textbook, when you get to the end of the chapter, they say problems. And then next page, it says further problems. That turns any human being off. Unlike the maths manual, when you get to the end of the chapter, it says games. So you have multiplication games, you have addition games. And games are things that are pleasurable. You associate games with pleasure. You associate problem with pain. So nobody wants to walk into a painful situation. They all want pleasure. And that's what the school curriculum should at least update itself to learn to say, look, children love playing. Even adults love entertainment. So why can't we have edutainment, if you don't mind the pun? So that's that's a fundamental principle, that every single human being that can play a game can learn any concept.
And Jade, why take the exam? Why did you decide that you wanted to take the GCSE? Was it you or your mum and dad?
Well, I decided to take the GCSE exam because after reading several articles of how young children who are not yet the age of 16 have sat the exams, I was very surprised, and I was like, maybe I can do that too. Why don't I have a try at doing it? And I did, and I was very proud with my result.
And James, was it the same for you? You're so much younger than Jade, but you decided you wanted to do it as well. How did that come about?
Well, I wanted to do it because if a 16-year-old can do it and many other young children can do it, well, why not me? Why not I try it to see what it's like? So then, yeah, that's how I wanted to do my GCSE.
The trick to it is just forget about the last digit of the second multiplier. Multiply by 20, and then come back and do the 3.